So let's take a look at this one. This is a Glop mini boss. So you lobs the Glop lobs Gloop high into the air. Hello everyone, my name is Grayson and welcome to my review and a little bit of gameplay for a game called Spellmasons. Now, let's check out the Steam page for Spellmasons. This game is fantastic. So this is a turn-based tactical roguelike where you devise spell combinations to overcome the forces of evil and corruption. You can play this in multiplayer co-op, though I have not had the chance to do so, though I bet it's really fun but also extremely frustrating. This game is pretty challenging. You have to have good spatial awareness and you have to be prepared to die suddenly because of a mistake you made and end your entire run, just like a true roguelike. Now this is by Octavia Blue, and the developer was kind enough to give me a copy of the game for review, so I apologize Octavia Blue for how long it took me to get this review out. I have a lot of really good things to say about this game. It blew my mind. It seemed like such a great idea for a game, and the implementation is so close to perfect. I love so many things about this game as long as you understand what you're getting into, which is a brutal roguelike experience where you are to play a run and you're going to die. Now, before we get into it, let's just take a look at some of the settings and things like that. There were some things I was pretty pleased with. I will say that I liked how you're able to change the UI scale depending on what your monitor situation is like. You can set your own player name and your robe color if you want. You can rebind your keys, which are relatively simple, but it's still really nice to be able to do that. Don't click reset tutorial. There's no confirmation of that. If you click it, you will automatically reset the tutorial. Don't push that button. I will say that the tutorial in this game is very good. It will drop you into a series of smaller maps that are designed to teach you movement, combat, picking your spells, using the terrain to your advantage, how the enemies attack and how they target and stuff like that. It's very important. So play the tutorial. It's really good. So let's start a new run. When you start a run, you pick 3 spells, and you have this hotbar down here at the bottom that you will fill with spells as you play the game. You'll get a new spell maybe every 2 to 3 levels. I think it's a little luck-based. But you will pick spells, and then you will basically be combining these with other spells. That's why it's called Spellmasons, and I will show you how fun that can be. So none of these are particularly interesting in terms of the combinations, but I do like the poison skill. So let's take poison. Here we have the fun stuff. So we have the targeting cone and the targeting circle. So let's take a look at target cone. Adds targets to the spell in a cone shape. Target cone can be cast multiple times in succession to expand the angle of the cone. So let's grab that. And then we have a basic arrow, a basic slash, and a burst. Deals damage based on how close to the target is to the caster. The closer they are, the higher the damage. Maximum damage is 50. So I think in this case, I'm probably going to take the arrow because I'm trying to keep things further away from me. Maybe slash with the cone. Let's do slash. Now, one really nice benefit to this game is you get to pick where you spawn in, which is very, very cool. You can move around with the WASD. So you can see this little icon over this enemy here. This is an archer. If you hover over them, you get some really good information. A little block that shows their animations and what they can do. So this is an enemy. You can see down on the right there, it does 10 damage. It has 40 health and it has no mana. Now, this enemy is going to try to get close enough to attack, but stay as far away as it can in order to attack you. My cats have decided that now is a great time to wrestle on the floor, so if you hear meowing, that's what's happening. Up here we have a golem. These are like kind of zombie little guys. These are very simple. These have 20 health. They hit harder, but only in melee. They're very easy to kill. We also have a few other things on the ground, like a mana potion, restores 40 mana. What else do we have? We have a big health potion here, 50 health. So you can see we only have 40. And then here's a trap. This deals 30 damage to any unit that touches it, which includes yourself or enemies. So this game is all about positioning your enemies and yourself, moving things around, chaining interesting effects together. It's very, very cool. So we can spawn wherever we want on the map. We just have to see. So watch this golem. When I get inside of his attack range, this sword will appear over top of him, which means in one movement he can get to us and attack us. Same with these guys. They can't move and shoot. So you see, if I'm here, the archer cannot shoot us because it has to move closer and then shoot. So if I were to spawn somewhere like this, I would be in big trouble because I would have both enemies able to attack me in one turn. But if I were to spawn too far away, that would give the archer a chance to get close enough to shoot me, but then I can't get to him. So before I place myself, let me show you what I have going on down here. This is my health, 40 out of 40. I have 210 energy and I have 60 mana. You get all of your energy and all of your mana back every turn, but your health does not come back until you finish the level or if you pick up a potion. This energy is for movement, a stamina, and then this is your mana for casting spells. You can see the cost of the spells down here. So then let's go ahead and spawn in. I think I'm going to spawn in right here. And the reason I want to do that is now I'm far enough away that this golem can't get to me. You can see his range is here, but not far enough away that I can't kill this archer right away. So the archer's attack range is quite big. Now, it can kill me if I don't do anything about this, but it has such low health, 40, that I'm going to kill it before it gets a single turn. So what I can do is I can cast Slash on this enemy, and you see if I hover over him, it shows his health bar change. But, oops, I right-click. Do not right-click. That is how you move, and I always want to right-click to cancel. I think you can hit backspace. Yeah, you can hit backspace to cancel a spell. So I can move around by using my stamina like this, and then it runs out pretty quickly. Now, what you can do here is you can chain spells together. So you can see here, if I were to use Slash, it would cost me 10 mana and deal 20 damage. I can cast it a second time, but you see now it shows 15. The cost of this spell has gone up. So now I can cast it twice, and it would kill this unit, but it would cost me 25 mana. And it even shows down there on the right how much mana I would have remaining, which is a fantastic addition. The other thing you can do is chain other effects together. Like I could poison and slash this target. Now you can see it's not going to kill him though. The other really cool thing about this game, and this is the best part of this game, is chaining the movement effects together. So if I take a target cone, you can see that I have a range I can cast this. So starting here, I can cast this cone, and you see I can line it up so I can hit multiple objects. Myself, enemies, 2 potions, the trap, you see? So then if I took something like Slash, I would now be slashing everything in this cone if there were multiple enemies in the cone, which there's not at this time, but that's the fun of this game, is getting the movement effects added together. Now I can also cast cone multiple times to make it wider. You see that? So this is now a 90-degree angle worth. Can't afford to cast it again, so I'm just going to back out of that. And all I'm going to do here is double slash at this thing. Now what's going to happen is when I end my turn, the cost of this slash spell is going to go down by 1 notch. So if I had cast this spell once, it would cost 15 the next time. If I end my turn, it would go back from 15 to 10. But because I used it twice, it's gone up to 20. So when I end my turn, it's only going to go down to 15 mana. So you're punished in a way for spending too much time on a single spell, because the cost will keep getting up and up and up and up, and you have to wait for it to tick down turn after turn. That's why you want to try to use a combination of spells if you can. Now in this case, I cannot reach this target here with my poison, and I don't have enough mana to chain anything. So what I want to do is click on this unit and see how far you can get, and I'm just going to kind of scoot my way as far as I can, and then I'm going to end my turn. So now this creature has gotten as close to me as it can. They're pretty stupid. They'll just go straight for you. So you can see now I would have to get pretty far away to not get attacked by this creature. So what we're going to do here is we are going to poison it, and I might poison it twice. Let's do that. Let's double poison. So we can see here on its stat block now, it has poison 2. Now I would like for better tooltips in the game. This should really indicate that it's going to be doing 20 damage total, and I believe that this lasts forever. It will just keep poisoning a unit over and over and over, but of course it's hard to run away from the monsters. They're typically faster than you. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to see if I can get out of range of this monster. and I can't. So I have sort of made a mistake here. This monster will get close enough to me to hit me for 30 damage, and that will almost kill me. That's how squishy you are in this game. But the poison damage is done at the start of the enemy's turn, so the enemy died immediately. So now we can pick another spell because that monster dropped a spell scroll. We can also reroll. I don't know how often you can reroll. Check the bear from the next 30 damage, but it costs 60 mana. Rend deals damage based on the number of consecutive stacks of Rend. And a heal effect. So I do have a melee attack. This one's a very good one, but I think I'll take heal. I never take healing skills in this game, so I think I'll try it out. And then you can leave, you can just move around if you want. There's not really any reason to because everything disappears at the end. And then we're going to go on through this portal to level 2. It'll just get consecutively difficult, more and more difficult as you go. Now we can take a upgrade at the start of each level, and there's all sorts of different things you can get. You can get a permanent, like, percent boost. You can get something that will give you a little bit every single time you go to a new level. These are all just pretty basic ones. Stamina for moving around, cast range so that you can cast further out, or health capacity. I'm going to take health capacity in this case because this will give me a larger health pool to make mistakes with, as well as then I'll be able to heal myself for 30 with the heal skill, and I can kind of use that as an advantage to sort of tank a hit every now and then. So let's grab that. I'm up to 56% or 56 health now. Now we got a problem because we've got 2 golems and 2 archers. So what I want to do is probably start here. And now what I'm going to do, they've got 40 health. So I'm going to cast Slash twice. Kill that unit and then walk out of range of this archer. So I'm just going to kind of go like that. And I don't want to move any further. The reason I don't want to do that is because this unit has a movement speed and it also has an attack range. So if I were to move further away, it would make this unit move even further to get to me, and then it would, you know, if it got to say here in the map, it would be able to shoot me no matter where I was. So what I'm trying to do is get this unit to move the minimum amount to start hitting me. So let's end turn there. As you can see, he just barely inched forward. Now these golems are coming for me. So what I want to do here is cast Target Cone and Poison. And you can see now I can hit multiple things with this cone, which is really cool. I can also, I don't have enough mana for it. I could slash as well. Now they are so low that we could slash them once and it'll kill them both. So if I combine cone with slash, I can break through both of them at once, which is very, very cool. Now I only have 4 turns to collect this spell scroll before it disappears, and if I don't get it, I don't get a new spell for this round. But if you win the battle before this ticks down, you get it automatically, so you usually don't have to worry about it. Now the archer, once again, can get a little bit closer to me, so I'm just going to scoot over to here so it can't reach me, and then I'll just end turn there. So now we're convincing this enemy to move a little closer to us, and we're doing that because we really need time to get our mana back and our cost of our spells to go back down. So what we're going to do here is we're going to end turn here. So he's going to get a little closer. Now we can afford to take a hit from this guy because we have 56 health and he only does 10 damage. So it'd actually take him 6 shots to kill us. So we're just going to move our way over here to try to pass by this thing. And then we can't quite reach him. So what we can do is we could cone, oops, get out of that, cone poison. Could even add a slash in there like this. So now he's taken 10 damage and he's got poison 1, which means he'll take 10 more damage, or he's taking 20 damage, my bad. Now this guy is poisoned still, so all we have to do is end turn. Don't need to do anything. Okay, so now we have some more options. We have bloat. If a unit is cursed with bloat, it will explode for 40 damage when it dies. This one's really fun, but you can kill yourself with it. Dash pulls the caster towards the target. Dash must be cast on a target such as a unit or pickup. Or connect. Link all enemies and allies in close proximity to each other. I think I'll go with dash since I've got the extra health, and we'll kind of like lunge our way over to the enemies. And then we head to the portal. This game has great visual design. There's some really pleasant and soothing music that's in the menus and stuff like that. This means that on the first turn, you get the 30% extra mana. On the first turn, you get 30% extra health. I could see that being useful for trying to take out some, like, you spawn right in the middle of a group of enemies and then you just blow everything up real quick. Or you can get plus 2% stamina capacity each level. I'm just going to go with that one for now. So as soon as we plop in here, we'll gain 2% more stamina. So where do I want to start? We have a new enemy type. We have Archer, a Golem. Now this guy here, this is a Glop. Now they lob projectiles, and you see this icon above his head? That means it's like an artillery. It can shoot over walls, whereas like this guy here, see, if I were to spawn here, he can't see me. This guy can't see me because there's a wall in the way. Same with this one. So if I'm right here, neither of those two archers can see me and shoot me, even though they're plenty close enough. This guy, though, he can shoot me over this wall. So it's usually good to deal with them first or last. So in this case, I'm going to go first because these archers are going to have a hell of a time getting to me through this block in the middle. And this is like randomly generated, by the way. The levels are always different, which is really cool. So this guy's right there. So I'm going to just start right here. And there I gained a little bit of stamina capacity, so he can't get to me. I'm going to... So this one has 60 health. So we're going to slash poison. And now it's going to shoot me for 20. And then it's going to take 10 damage, and then it'll take 10 at the next turn. So basically, I'm only going to get hit once, and then I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to end turn. And that's fine because we have a heal. Otherwise, I would have probably done that a little differently. So now this one, you see it has 10 health left and poison 1. So it's not going to get to do anything. It's going to die before it takes a turn. So we just have to focus on this golem here. So we only have to hit it once to kill it with the slash. It's 20 damage. And I love the like visceral death animations for the enemies. They're very beautiful in the sort of like a horrific way. These archers are trying to figure out how to get to me. So we're going to speed that process up a little bit. And then I might even heal myself here. Just in case. We can end turn. The Glop is dead. This guy's confused about how to get to me. Now I want to make sure I don't pop out and then not be able to get back away from him. So there you go. Have some poison, and then I'm just going to go back away here and hide. So now he's right up in my face. He's got 30 health left. So if I slash him, and you do have to be very careful, you can hurt yourself. I have killed myself on a run because I poisoned myself. I don't believe that it should be possible to single target damage yourself, in my opinion. I think that if you mess up an AoE and get yourself in it, I completely understand that. But like, if I click poison and misclick on myself, why is that even possible? But anyway, so let's just slash this guy. Now he's got 10 health, so he will die at the start of his turn. There's nothing else we need to do, really. So I'm just going to start heading on down here to get to this other archer who's kind of confused. So scroll there, but I don't need to worry about it. I'm going to slash and poison this guy. And I'm just going to go over here. Maybe cast dash just for the heck of it. Whee! Get another attack here. Resurrect a dead unit and converts it to the caster's faction. Now, the problem with this one is I don't even have 60 mana, but it does sound fun. So I'm going to grab it and hope that we can increase our mana capacity enough. So you can see I can't reach it with the dash, but what I could do is cone dash. And then I'm just right up next to him. I didn't need to do that. He's going to die when I end turn, but it's just fun. Such a great game. All right, so you can see now we're in a new biome. We have lava instead of water. That does, in fact, do a ton of damage. We don't have skills that let us move units in and out of the terrain, which is a very fun part of the game, but we don't have like a push or a pull. We have a dash, we can pull ourselves to the units, but we don't have a way to move the enemy units. That is a very powerful skill to take, and I would recommend you play with that because it's extremely fun. Let's get another cast range, or this will be cast range every level. So we're gaining stamina and cast range every level, which is great. So now we have a poisoner guy. These guys will spit poison onto us, and poison hurts because that's 10 damage a turn per stack, and it lasts for 5 turns when it's from the enemies. So you can see if I got poisoned one time, that's 50 of my 56 health. Not good. So these guys really do have to die pretty quickly. We got a very dangerous area right here. I think I'm going... Now, this guy's also going to lob attacks. So, be very careful here. I'm going to get hit with a couple of things. Now, I can get hit a couple of times, and then I'm going to go for it. And I might mess this up. It's part of the game. It's difficult, and you're going to mess stuff up. So I'm going to cast Cone, Poison, Slash. And I'm going to put that here. And then I'm going to run over here behind this wall. So now this guy can't reach me. The archer can't see me. This guy will be able to poison me, but I do have a heal. So as I start taking damage, I can repair a lot of that. So let's end turn right here. So now what we have to do is basically do it again, because these two aren't dying fast enough. They've got 30 health. So I want to head down to here. Cone, Slash. Now they're lethally poisoned. They have 10 health and poison 1 on them. This one is also going to die. So I actually don't need to do anything here. I can actually just wait, which I think I'll do. And then we'll see if these guys move more or not. They are pretty dumb, and sometimes they get stuck on the terrain. But sometimes they know how to go around. So this archer is getting closer. So I have to be very careful here because they're inching closer, and I can't quite reach. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to heal myself and wait another turn. And I'm still poisoned. So that one can reach me now. I can reach him. So I could cast Cone, Poison, Slash. Get those effects on him. And then I'm just going to run to where he can't see me. Now he's going to die next turn, so we can ignore him. So I'm going to step out here. Poison, Slash. And then step behind here again. Go ahead and heal just in case. And turn. So that one died. Dropped a spell scroll. Perfect. And then this one is ready to turn to end the battle. Okay, there we go. So we got Mana Steal. Sacrifice some of own health to steal up to 20 mana from each target. Conserve. Saves the rest of target's current mana for next turn. Now this costs 60 health. That's not going to work. And plus radius. Increase the radius of the impact of other spells. Works with bloat, contagious, and targeting spells. Note, plus radius only affects spells that are forged after it. For example, plus radius, then connect will increase the connect radius. Let's take that one. That one sounds fun to play with. So now what we can do is plus radius, our cone, to make it should be a longer range. So let's see. At maximum range, I can reach out to there. Okay, so let's take that out and just do the cone. Yeah, so it extended it by about this distance, which is actually huge. It doesn't seem like it, but cast range is a huge issue in this game. So let's end turn and get to the next stage. I will die soon enough. I don't usually make it too far in this game. It's very difficult, but very fun. Cast range, health capacity. I'm going to get the cast range. Let's listen to that very pleasant music. So there's a bunch of golems in here. A lot of melee, which doesn't worry me because we have cone, which makes it easy to deal with them. So I'm going to spawn over here with this glop guy and take him out right away. So let's just get slash, slash, slash. So that's 60 damage. Now it's increased the cost of slash by quite a bit, but it will slowly tick back down. And then we're just going to wait over here for these zombies to get closer, these golems. And once they do, we can cone them and get them all at once. All right, here they come. So now they can kind of reach me. See if I can finagle the cone onto both of them. Not at this angle. I can't seem to. So we're going to... I can't reach... It's worth just doing this once because the cost will only go up one notch and then go back down one notch, if that makes sense. So I may as well try to hit one guy with this. I did it. Okay, do I dare include... No, let's just do it. All right, there we go. And they only have... Oh, these guys have 60 health. That's a blood golem. This is a new version. So I'm colorblind, and so I find these tough to tell apart because it's just a reskin. So, I mean, that is, you know, developer, if you're watching, that would be one thing I would really appreciate would be some sort of symbol on the enemy or below them or something, because I do often have trouble with the colors between the different enemies that look the same. So let me just scooch to here. So the blood golem, a little more. Blood golem has 60 health and does 40 damage. So remember, I started the game with 40 health. So that's a one shot from this guy. So let's end turn there. We took a little bit of poison. So here they come. Getting close. Can I plus radius cone? Yeah, so now the cone can hit all of them. So let's add a... The blood golem hits for 40 as 50 health, so he's going to have 40 health. So I have to double slash him. So I can't do the plus radius to extend it because I don't have enough mana. So I need to double slash right here. Let's see if I can get... Can I get all four of them in this cone? Doesn't look like it. He's trying to... Let's just go with these three. Now that one will die from poison. This one can reach me. So I'm just going to back up. We're letting our costs kind of cool down a little bit here. So this guy's got 20 health. So let's just slash once. And we've got a scroll. And then now all we have left is this... these archers up here that are having a tough time getting to us. So we have shield, bloat again, and vortex. Now vortex is something we want to try because it's really fun to push and pull enemies around. So vortex will pull you pick a spot and it pulls things in. So let me show you how that works. So if I click on, say, here, you can see I can hover over an item and then I can pull it a short distance. That's it. Not good on its own. But look at this. If I use cone and vortex, now I'm picking a spot and everything in that cone is being pulled to the target, like the reticle here. You see that? So if I were to target like here, let me find a better way to show this. Make sure I'm safe though. Okay, I'm out of stamina. So if I did cone and vortex and targeted here, you can see it's pulling myself and all of the corpses and the potion to the origin of the vortex, which is right where I'm clicking right here. So it's very interesting. I can do the same thing with enemies. So you can see I can force this enemy to go to where I'm targeting, but it's within the parameter of the cone. So if I had a circle, I could target the center of a circle and then everything would be pulled in. In this case, I'm targeting a cone and everything's being pulled to the center. And there's a bunch of wacky stuff you can do with that, like if you do a cone, vortex, and then push, you can pull everything to one spot and then push them all in one direction. It's very, very interesting. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to pass turn. Now that guy can't reach me, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how fun this can be. So let's go over here. Let's target cone Vortex. So I'm going to pull this guy into the lava this way. Now, it didn't kill him. It does a ton of damage, but it didn't kill him in this case. But he will take damage if he stays in here for another turn. I'm just going to let him hit me just so I can show you how that works. Let's just pass turn. He's going to shoot me, and then he's going to get out of the lava. But I can just pull him back in if I want to. It's really, really fun. Let me just go up here, and we're just going to poison that guy. And then can I want to get this mana potion over to me. So cone Vortex. All right, let's bring that guy over here. And then we have 10 mana, so I'm going to dash to this potion. Now I'm going to get it next turn. I want to overfill my potion, my mana, and then resurrect something because I've never done it before. All right, so let's dash to this potion. Whee! I've got 100 mana. So we can resurrect somebody. That's cool. Neat. So now I have my own little zombie guy. All right, so I'm just going to go up here where he can't see me, and I'll just heal myself real quick just in case. Insufficient mana, my bad. So now this archer is shooting his own zombie friend. So we're just going to pop out and just slash this guy a couple times. All right, easy peasy. So now we get to leave and pick a new bonus. Okay. So here we have a mini boss. You can see this guy can't show what his like unit card is yet, but this guy is huge. So you can tell this guy's going to be a problem. So I'm going to need to spawn and deal with him first or last. I don't want to be like in the middle of stuff when he shows up at my door. So I can get mana capacity, which would put me at 66. Health capacity, which would really quite increase my health. Let's go with the health in this case. So let's take a look at this one. This is a Glop mini boss. So you lobs gloop high into the air to damage its enemies. Its attacks are not blocked by walls. It smells as bad as it looks. So this is an enemy that does 40 damage, has 180 health, and has mana, and it uses mana to cast its attack. So we can slowly make it run out of mana, and it will have to like only be able to attack like every other turn or so. But in this case, like, it's going to be a while. I can't take, you know, 4 shots from this at all, unless I guess I can heal through some of it, but a little dangerous. So I think we've got a Glop down here, Zambies down here. I think I probably want to start. That one can hit me now. This is probably where I die. These guys are very difficult to deal with. It's going to do 40 damage, but I can heal. I'm going to spawn here. And I'm going to cone, vortex, poison, slash. So that's going to pull him onto the trap, poison him, and slash him. So ready? Here we go. Yeah, pretty effective. So that's the beauty of this game, is pulling off those wild combos with your different skills. And there's a bunch of them. There's at least twice as many as this. There's a push, a pull. There's different kinds of melee attacks. There's different range attacks. There's the connect skill that lets you connect things together. There's shielding, healing. There's resurrecting. There's just all sorts of cool stuff in here. So I absolutely have to heal. And then also kill this guy somehow. So I could do 1, 2, 3. Perfect. That's all my mana, and now my slash is very expensive, so I've got to get on without it. So what I want to do is get away from that guy. Oh, I can go to here, and then I'm safe from the boss as well. Okay, so that's a lot. So are any of these... They're all blood golems. These are the more powerful ones. So I'm in big trouble. What can I do here? I can cone... Could go over to here and cone them. If I was down here, I could vortex them into the lava, which does like 40 damage. I do wish it would tell you that. Am I gonna die here? Can't resurrect. I don't have enough mana. The poison doesn't help me. Can I dash to this? No, because you see it's trying to pull me towards that, but I hit the wall and then slide. Let's just scooch up a little bit more. I'm trying to get the boss in there as well, the mini boss. There we go. So that's a little bit of poison. Now, can I dash? I can. Okay. Zip all the way down there. Now I should be able to get out of the range of these guys. Can I still vortex one of these? No, not quite. They're out of range. Okay, so let's just get... So now none of them can hit me. Perfect. Okay, so here they come. Okay, so let's cone slash. Oh, don't target yourself. Don't target yourself, man. There you go. Okay, so now they all have 10 health. They'll die of poison. The boss is going to take 20 and be at 30. So we should be able to handle the boss. Let me poison him one more time. Oh, no, I only have 5 mana. Whoops. So those ones all died. So he's at 30 health. He's going to take 20 poison damage. So let me just heal myself. Poison the boss. And then we should be good. And I got another spell. So we got Suffocate. Suffocate is like a worse poison, in my opinion. At this time, I don't think it's very good. Rend is really cool. You cast it a bunch of times in a row, and it'll do more and more damage. But you have to have a lot of mana, which I don't really have. Bloat could be interesting here because it makes things explode, and I already sort of want things to be pulled into one spot with the cone and the vortex. So I can pull them all in, damage, poison, vortex them together in the cone, bloat, and then when one dies, they just all explode and hurt each other. So that's probably what I'll take. And then we will move on to the next level. But I think I will call this review here. Let me just get a few more of my last thoughts out of the way before we move on. I would say that the biggest pluses for this game, in my opinion, are the simple sound design, the graphical design, especially the very visceral way that enemies sort of explode in gore and viscera, depending on what they were. I mean, look at this, like, exploded out parts of these monsters. I mean, it's beautiful in a sort of disturbing way. I mean, even this lava looks absolutely beautiful. I love the way that the levels are randomly designed. I think there are a lot of good graphics and sound options, as well as a bunch of languages. In terms of a few things that I'm not super fond of, I think that the stamina and cast range are very limiting. I understand that it's supposed to be balanced around that, and it's supposed to be a tactical puzzle game where you pull off these amazing combos, but your casting range at the start is very small. I mean, this is with casting range bonus. Look how small this is. I have to be practically up against a monster in order to hit it. And a lot of them can kill you in 1 or 2 hits. So if you get swarmed, you're out of luck. Another thing that I find lacking in the game is the tooltip information. One, I wish there was a button where you could hold the button and it would show all enemies' movement ranges. You can easily see them by hovering over each enemy, but you can't just hold a button to see them all at once to see where you need to go. It seems like just a quality of life thing, not a balance thing. I also wish that some of the tooltips were more clear. For instance, when an enemy has poison 2 on them, what does that mean? Now, in this case, that means 20 damage. That's not too hard to figure out, but there are other things that don't really make a whole lot of sense until you know what they do. I also think that it's unclear how much a spell's cost will increase when you cast it. So when I cast poison once, how much do you think it's going to cost for the next cast? 11 more. Why? I don't really understand why that one goes up by 11, whereas something like Slash goes up by 5, and then this one goes up by 3, and then 2. Not real sure what the math is on that one. I also wish you could hover over spells down here and see your casting range somehow. Not a big issue, but you know, you do have to you have to do this thing to see what the range is constantly. But I don't want to harp on these relatively minor things for too long. The game is really, really fun. I was shocked when I got this key from the developer. I thought, oh, this will be a fun little game to try out over lunch. And all of my friends were on Discord just watching me play this game and getting super invested in it. And we had a great time. I played it for like 2 hours instead of going back to work. So I had a great time with it, and I love playing this game. You can also save at any time, which is fantastic. It is a roguelike, so you will die brutally and then start again, but it's really fun to do that because you want to get new combinations of spells. I've only scratched the surface with you guys in this review of what kind of stuff you can do. There's so much wacky stuff you can do with the spell combinations. It's very, very good. Thank you again for giving me the code. I really appreciate that. For all of you that watched, I hope you'll go check out Spellmasons. It's on Steam, and it's a great game. It's a great, great game. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more gameplay and reviews of all sorts of different stuff. And I'll see you in my next video.